Hey guys, my name is Drax and this is my channel Drax Gaming. Now I haven't done a video like this for either a long time or not at all. Maybe the last time I actually spoke into the camera like this was back when I was doing my setup guide. But anyway, why am I doing this video today? I wanted to discuss a topic which is massive in the Apex community at the moment, which is what is better, mouse and keyboard or controller? Now that's kind of a funny question in itself, because ever since I've been on the PC playing mouse and keyboard, it's been the dominant, the superior method of control. You better handling, better consistency, better aim. But somehow on Apex it seems controller players are maybe starting to take over. You could say, especially in the tournaments. We've just seen a ALGS tournament recently where a team called Aim Assist won it by, you could say, a mile. Now, I'm not really sure if all of those players were controller players, but there were a lot of controller players in the tournament spread out across different teams. That just seems funny to me that in a first-person shooter game, there'd be a lot of controller players because they feel like that is the better method to go into a tournament with. You would always think that mouse and keyboard would be the one that people would choose over the two. So why are people choosing controller? Is aim assist really that strong? Well, I want to answer that in this video and settle this once and for all for everybody, because I had my own personal opinions on aim assist before coming into this video, and you'll see how they differ and change as I play with the two controllers. Yes, in this video I'm going to be playing with both the Xbox 360 controller for PC and the PS4 controller you can see here. So to start off, I jumped into the firing range and my first observations were that aim assist wasn't really that strong. I didn't really feel it like it was doing anything. It's not like Red Dead Redemption 2, which is basically an aimbot. I hated that game for that. It was a terrible port to PC. Basically, if you didn't use a controller on Red Dead Redemption 2, it was just a massively unfair experience. So I guess I thought, maybe is that the same sort of thing we've got going on here on Apex? Just starting in the firing range, no, that's not the case. It doesn't feel good to me at all. Mouse and keyboard definitely feels better. To start with, movement, the different buttons you have to control, and overall recoil control itself is all feeling better on mouse and keyboard to start with. I don't really feel anything happening with the aim assist at all. Definitely not on stationary targets. Maybe once you activate the dummies in the firing range, that's when it changes a little bit. You get some aim assist kicking in there, more like you would get in a game. But how about we move on to the gameplay, and you can see how I did with a controller. And yeah, it might not be the best gameplay that you've ever seen in your life. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh well, I'm going middle, I guess. Oh, everyone and their mum going middle. Yeah. Alright, really? Give me that gun. You don't deserve it. Okay. Give me that, yeah.
I almost,
Oh, hello? Okay. Man, it's real fiddly. I guess with a mouse pointer you can be so exact. Did stop the train, but I don't know. I think we should probably get off and do what we can do.
well, I have a gold RE45.
Look at that. You start here. Oh, got it. I'll take that, boy. Anyone up here? They're below me? One's below me? Coming towards you? Oh, there you go. Top one. It's
Yeah, reviving! Yeah, mate.
Yeah. See, you kind of like see what it does up close, and it's not me doing that.
I only had health.
Huh?
It is on top.
22? He can't be still coming, surely. Alright, we got some damage out. Still there? On a
Cracked
pushing?
one is on.
Oh wow, that's really difficult to even. Yeah, cracked one as well. Wow, okay.
Let's hope.
We need to get cover like over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get away from that.
This is so weird. I kinda wanna get some shots on though. Oh, okay. Really? Okay. Yeah, but what? They're in thingy port. Okay, nope. I'm getting shot from behind as well. Doesn't.
Coming in, oh, dropping down.
Probably going around again, and because he won't be able to use his grapple for the next hour. Coming back up? Aim?
I don't know, someone's on the... No, is he? Is he on the door?
I don't know where these boys went. He done some Batman thing, and that was it. Here in front of me.
Max, you're wrecking already.
Oh mate, I'm insane. Nah, he didn't have a shield.
No, I got hammer point, innit?
Behind us, come up behind us. He dead? Oh, he's nearly dead.
Oh, now it's
Oh my god, Drex, what is going on?
He's already... Mate, whoa. What's got...
You're actually hitting shots, Drex. That's a
One more.
Come down
He's
here.
nearly dead.
Oh, I'm coming up,
He's pushing you. He's here.
No, I can't. Let him drop down,
He's
I
healing,
can't
he's
get up
healing.
here. Yeah, I can't get up there.
Alright.
Oh, he stopped down on me. He's reviving, help me. Where'd he come from?
No!
No!
Oh, knocked the race,
He
but...
cannot finish the guy that was on the corner. Well, that could have been a win, honestly.
Alright, so, if I don't touch the stick, it doesn't do anything. But if I slightly tap it, right? Now I'm moving it to the left. I'm not even, like, that's me pulling away. But if I slightly move it, you can see it's the tracking.
Yeah, I can see it on my side. I can actually see it on my side that you're. It's
Right.
tracked.
But
I should heal it.
yeah, could be. Sounded like it, right?
Oh, I think they're taking
They sound
my
like they were
thingy.
using your stuff.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, no sniper. Wait. Yeah, I see one. I see one.
Probably the odd guy, isn't it? Oh yeah. He's just looting there. Nate, watch out.
Wait, there was another team behind them.
One.
Nice.
Behind us.
Back here, maybe?
Crack.
Ah, I'm down.
Oh man. Nice. There's probably another team on us.
Yeah, they're coming already.
Or maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch it, watch it.
I could have won it. 1v3. I could have won it.
Oh, nice. Did he just come up from the bottom and die? No, they're still there. Right below. Hold on, grenade. You got it.
Doors open, boys and girls. Recharging my shield.
Oh, they have us. No.
I'm going to you, Drax.
Yeah.
Recharging my shield.
Blinded Drax. Pushing you.
I'm holding door. Nearly dead. Got him. Purple armor. Hit for 21. Reviving.
This guy's down.
One more. Push him together. Oh, he revived the other guy, didn't he?
Oh, he got stuck. He's blue. He's low. Outside here, running around.
Nice.
Got.
Recharging my shield.
Can we get inside the building?
I swear I could have killed him with that.
Recharging my shield.
Alright.
I let him.
Below. Underneath.
Someone
Underneath.
real close.
In here. Underneath. Fire.
Enemy taken out. Shops open for business.
Oh, grenade was on point, man.
It's a good thing I hold up.
Just giving my
Close. They all push hard.
Oh, it's good one. Oh, I didn't want to go out here. Ah.
Yeah. The guy died. She's using the hammer. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Both of them at once. Now guys, you've seen all the footage of my gameplay on both the Xbox 360 controller and the PS4 controller. Now I did change my settings a little bit between the two. I think I adjusted them to me, maybe to make it more sensitive or less sensitive. You can kind of see the settings that I use. I'll probably put them up on screen for you during the gameplay at some point. But in the end, what did I think of aim assist? What is it really that strong? Is it so dominant that it's just too powerful going against PC players on the mouse and keyboard? At longer ranges, sniping, I would still give it to the keyboard and mouse. I think that's the better option. Micro adjustments on keyboard and mouse are just going to be better, I think, always. Movement, definitely mouse and keyboard. Overall controls, I mean looting, you can't even loot a box without, you're not allowed to move on the controller, so that's a disadvantage. Basically, I feel in every single way, keyboard and mouse felt better, except one way. And this way is quite important to point out. It's where aim assist really kicks in for the controller player, and it's up close. Now, most engagements, I would say 75% of engagements take place up close. So that means to me that aim assist, which does a lot up close, doesn't really feel like I'm doing a lot with the controller. It's almost like it's doing it for me. It's like auto sway sort of thing. It sways you towards the target, but it does it in such a way that even a Wraith that's strafing kind of nutty can still be hit. And I don't think you'll be able to do that on mouse and keyboard very well. Only the best players on mouse and keyboard are going to be able to calculate a strafe and kind of take someone down like that. So the computer is doing that for you with the aim assist with a controller. Because most engagements take place in that position, I feel that aim assist does have an unfair advantage in that place. And that's where a controller player, and I've seen it myself in a few games, a controller player will push up on you, especially a newer one who doesn't know how to control the recoil, and we'll get to that in a minute. Then they're going to push up to you, use that aim assist, and probably take you down. It does feel insanely easy up close to get those kills on the controller. Otherwise, I still feel like mouse and keyboard's got it. So you've got the advantages with mouse and keyboard in every other way, and then you've got this sort of big advantage because of the up close engagements where most fights take place on Apex at the close ranges. And that's where aim assist, I would say, is kind of a bit strong. It nullifies, to put it in the biggest perspective, I guess, the Havoc. Now the Havoc, for a keyboard and mouse player, may be the worst weapon to use. Probably. But as if you are a controller player, you will know that the Havoc up close just kind of absolutely shreds. The recoil gets nullified, and then you can just go through your opponent, no problem. So, to me, that there is a bit unfair. Now, I don't want to take it away from the pros and the good players on the controller, because there are definitely some which are absolutely amazing players that are controlling the recoil on these weapons from, like, so far, such distances, as we've seen in the tournament, that they are better at controlling recoil on a controller at a distance where the aim assist is not working, or barely working, let's say, and they can actually win in these engagements. Now, to me, that is amazing. That is insane. They've obviously put in thousands of hours, probably, to learn the recoil patterns and to be able to adjust to them, to counter them. So in those situations, that is all they're doing. That is the player. The aim assist is not doing anything. It's only in the close engagements. Do they need it? Probably not, but it does make a difference to those players. Would it be unfair to take it away? I don't really know. I can't really say. I don't think I've played enough of it. Maybe I need to play more controller. It just seems that once you get up close, it is a straight win for the controller player at the moment, unless you are pretty insane on a mouse and keyboard. So that's kind of how I feel playing it myself, and I would say it's an unbiased view now because I've played both sides. Whereas before I thought controller was straight up, oh, this aim assist is just lasering people from so far away. Whereas now I've played it, I know it only really works up close, and it doesn't really work in any other engagement situation. So that is the bottom line, guys. That is how aim assist works. Still, another question that I wanted to answer at the beginning: what is better for Apex Legends, mouse and keyboard or controller? For me, being a PC player, I was a controller player probably about 7 years ago. I was a Sony fanboy, but now I would definitely go with the mouse and keyboard every time. It just feels better with the movement, more creativity, And for me, I've got better aim on the mouse and keyboard. I can't get used to controller. So big props to the players who can use a controller at those distances. The only thing I noticed, like I said, once I got in close with the aim assist, I was beasting people, but from the rest of the ranges I was terrible. So yeah, these controller players, these pros out there which are doing really like insane plays on the controller from further out, from past the short range engagements, then these guys are insane. So you shouldn't knock these guys really. Definitely not in the tournament. The way I saw them playing, they were beaming people from all kinds of ranges. Insane recoil control from a controller player. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it gave you some insight on the mouse and keyboard versus controller topic, and the aim assist and kind of how it works in the game. So nowhere near Red Dead Redemption 2 level, just a slight little sway aim assist onto the person up close. That's generally it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.